Summer vacation. Ted was a first year student at the University of Saskatchewan. He had to write his final exams at the end of April, and then he wouldn't have classes again until September. Most students find summer jobs to make some money during that time. His parents gave him some money for university, but he had to pay for some things like his food and rent himself. Most of his friends were staying in Saskatoon and finding jobs there. Ted wanted more of an adventure though. He decided to try to find a job in Whistler, British Columbia. It gets busy in the summer with lots of tourists, so he thought it shouldn't be difficult. He wanted to get a job there because he loved hiking and other outdoors activities. Saskatchewan is quite flat, so he missed the mountains. He also thought that he might meet some interesting people from around the world there. He heard that many Australians worked there. To find a job, Ted searched the internet and applied to many different kinds of places. They were mostly jobs in hotels, restaurants, or with tour companies. After a few days, he started to get some phone calls and emails from people who wanted to interview him. He did lots of job interviews, and some of them went well. He hoped someone would offer him a job with accommodation. It was difficult and expensive to rent a place in Whistler, so most jobs had staff housing included. Some places even included meals too. The following week, he got a phone call from one of the big hotels. They were looking for someone to cut the grass, take out the trash, tidy up the pool area, help carry bags for guests, and other things like that. Best of all, he could stay in a room in the hotel, and they would also provide meals. And if he worked for them for 4 months, they would pay for his plane ticket from Saskatoon as well. It sounded like a great deal, and he accepted the offer. It was better than other offers, which didn't include a plane ticket or meals. He hoped he'd be able to save at least a few $1,000s for school next year. He would start on May 1st, just a few days after his last exam. He'd have a lot to organize, and of course, he had to study too. But it would be a fun summer in the mountains. Vocabulary. Final exam. The last test. Tourists. People who travel somewhere for fun. Outdoor activities. Outside things like hiking, cycling, kayaking, etc. Accommodation. A place to stay overnight. Staff. People who work for a company or organization. Meals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A few $1,000s. $3,000 to $5,000.